he must not only be financially successful, he's also supposed to not be dividing his resources with other individuals in order for a woman to accept him, so that she could be exclusively entitled to any resources that he's not spending on the bills. So we have to think about the fact that this leads to the shallow relationships. This leads to the disingenuine relationships, which leads to individuals that are really pulling away. And that is going to be self-sabotaging in your relationship. Men's relationships are further complicated by the presence of unhealthy communication patterns. They may struggle with assertively expressing their needs and desires, leading to the feeling of resentment and frustration, partly because they're not being listened to when the men are saying what they like and what they don't like, because they're being told that they're not allowed to say what they like and what they don't like, because they must be misogynistic or man-shamed in some way, shape, or form, where a man cannot say that he doesn't like the way he's being treated or he doesn't like the way he's being talked to. And that also leads to a man regressing in his behavior. And that is going to lead to the woman feeling like the man isn't interested in her anymore. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. If he says that he doesn't like something for a long period of time and you're still doing it, it's going to anger him. And then if you're the source of his anger instead of the source of his happiness, he's not going to like you anymore. He's not going to leave you because men are loyal, but for some reason, he's just going to change his behavior. But you're not going to notice that he's changing his behavior in a negative as self-preservation to the dislike of the behavior that you're continuing to perform after he told you for a number of months or a number of years that he doesn't like that. Ladies, a men are supposed to cater to your expectations and follow your dislikes and say, well, if you don't like it, I'm not supposed to do it. Then uniformly speaking, ladies, you're supposed to do the same thing for him. He says he doesn't like something, whether it's the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the wild hours of night that you're out there hanging out with your homegirls and coming back drunk or blacked out or whatever the case may be. These things, if he says he doesn't like these things, you don't do them. Furthermore, because while this can cause the relationships to become stagnant, and I was just talking to you guys yesterday about how to rekindle a stagnant relationship, men feeling unheard and unseen is going to negatively impact the success of a long-term relationship. Men may also struggle with active listening, leading to misunderstandings and miscommunication that can damage the relationship too. Men, I've said plenty of times, are inconsiderate. Women are selfish, but men are inconsiderate. Not all the time do men pay attention to the things that need to be paid attention to, and they didn't think that they should have done that. After the fact, they realize that they screwed up and they try their best to make up for it, but after the fact doesn't really help the fact that in the moment you didn't do that. Being able to pay attention to your partner, being able to pay attention to your partner's needs, and then try to explore the capabilities of fulfilling their wants and desires to the best of your ability is the only way that you can maintain a healthy relationship as a man, as long as your partner is putting in the same effort for you. Because if you're putting yourself out there for them, but they're not doing the same for you, it's going to be a one-sided relationship. And eventually, regardless of which side of the fence it is, whether it's the man or the woman, if you realize that you are putting in more into your relationship than your partner is putting into this relationship, you're going to feel let down. You're going to feel overworked, underappreciated, undervalued, and underrespected, which is going to lead to resentment style behavior, which is going to lead to you lashing out in a negative fashion, which is the partner who's not putting in enough is going to feel like it's undeserving. And that's going to cause a negative fallout where you guys are going to be backlashing on one another because you just didn't come out and say, hey, I feel neglected in a relationship. I kind of need you to step up and do a little bit more of what's not being done. The things that you used to do or the things that I've asked you to do, I kind of want you to do them more. That line of open communication. Now, one of the most significant contributors to the decline of men's relationships is the rise of social media that I've talked to about before, and the overwhelming number of choices available on the dating apps that can lead to decisions, the decision fatigue, making it difficult for men to commit or feel satisfied with their choice. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook can create unrealistic expectations and promote a culture of compromise. I'm going to be honest with you. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook and Snapchat, where women are advertising themselves overly sexualized, advertising themselves with tight clothes and short skirts and low tops and belly button showing and midriff and everything like that, where the conservativeness at the house is no longer the social expectation, even though it is still the man's core expectation when he's looking for a girlfriend. The desire is going to chase the false image of the woman overly sexualizing herself on a social media platform. You see a woman that the photo that she takes only takes a few minutes to take. She might put a lot of time into her makeup so that she can get into the outfit so that she can then take the photo, but the photo is only a couple minutes. The video is only a couple seconds long. You're looking at, by the time you finish editing the video and photoshopping the photo and posting it up on social media, that you have 3,000 photos of yourself over the years. Yet you're in a position where that's not how you look on a regular basis. Once you turn the cameras off, once you stop taking photos of yourself, you're back in sweatpants and long baggy t-shirts. If that's who you really are, that should be the photos that are up on social media. The lingerie outfits that you're wearing, the bikini outfits that you're advertising yourself in, the night garments that you guys wear on your social media platforms. I understand there's some clothing lines out there,